Hey everyone, I've got something special clamped up in the vise for you today. We're looking at Pin Makers of the World Unite, lock number 10. This lock's already been picked by Pick Me 1977 and Bobby Keys, and I'm the third one to get my hands on it. And I'm really looking forward to it because it's got pins from all of these awesome pickers up here. You got Flying Locksman, Pickbeard, T&J's Lock Picking, Paul Lock, Matthew Wilson, Pickbeard, Monkey Lock Picks, myself, Bronx Lock Picker 60, West Coast Picks, Andy H97, Randy Perkins, and Pick Me 1977. And that's a lot to say in one little short blast. So, really cool stuff. This box is just awesome. Pete Restall outdid himself on that. Pete, thank you very much for coming up with this. It's just a really cool concept. Let me... I was hanging up there just a little bit with that key, but it does work. It's a little bit catchy, but it does work. Alright, so I'm going to go in here with a 50 thousandths pry bar, and let's go with this pick here. There's a little click off of 2, 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5, little click from 6, there's a little click from 5, a little click from 4, tiny little click from 1, nothing on 2, click from 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5, nothing on 6, maybe something off of 7. Not sure. I'm going to switch up picks here though. This pick I'm using now is one of the picks out of the Honest Pick set that I've modified slightly. Okay, got a nice click out of 7 there. Okay, that may have been something off of 6. Let's just go ahead and restart. I got something tying me up back here. Little click from 3. Yeah, this pin right here. Really hanging up. Okay, I think something fell into place there back on pin 7. So let me go back in here with this pick. We got something serious happening with this log. It's definitely a beast. Maybe I just made a little bit of progress. A little counter rotation on pin 6. And then there we go, we're open off a 4. Wow, that sucker put up a pretty good fight. Pretty fun lock. It definitely, you know how sometimes one picker, you know, has a kind of a trademark feel to how his locks make. This lock had none of that. It's like nothing I've ever picked before. It just had a completely different feel. Okay, that looks like a big core lock, so I might need my biggest plug follower and bendy clip pliers. If I can get them out of my drawer here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to turn this just about there and stick a long shim down here. Okay, am I missing a pin here? I thought this was a 7-pin lock. There's only 6 pinned up. There's a pin and one. Really interesting spool serrated. That's just drill protection falling out here. I got a spool, a serrated spool, a serrated, and a double spool. Let's go ahead and look at the plug. I've got threads. Yeah, threads in chambers 1, 2, 5, or 6, and 7. But 7 didn't have a pin in it. So maybe I overpicked a pin. We'll see. I've been known to do it before. Okay, pin 1 is a serrated spool. Pin 2 is a pretty evil pin and pin. Pin 3 is a double spool. Pin 5 is a pin and pin. Let me go ahead and get the last ones out from the back. Aha! There's our key pin for 7. I completely overlifted that key pin. And there's our driver for it. I've got a serrated spool. And I've got a barrel pin. Looks like all the springs are the same. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at all these awesome pins. Okay, for the key pin on 1, it's a pin and pin. And that one, according to the card here, was done by a flying locksman. Then I've got a steel pin that is serrated and spooled by spp'd. Then I've got a single serration or spool by T&J's Lockpicking. A double serrated by Paul Lock. Then Matthew Wilson put a serrated key pin in, and then a double spool key pin. And spp'd has a, I would call that a serrated. This is the pin for number 1, and that actually looks like a pin I made. Because this isn't the style pin and pins that I make, and that's the pin for 2. Very neat. Then I've got a double spool. Then I've got another pin and pin, and it's kind of wedding cakeish on the bottom. It's got to step down here before it gets to the T-pin portion. Then I've got a barrel spool. Then I've got a serrated spool, very nicely done. Actually, wait a second. That serrated spool is a pin and pin. And that is right up my alley too. But I can't remember which pins I sent them. So. And then I've got a really cool little T-pin spool here. Still can't believe that I completely overpicked that chamber. That entire chamber there fit into the Bible. Pretty awesome stuff. So, man, Pete Restall, I can't thank you enough for, putting this together, organizing it, creating the box, the locks. Man, that is a ton of work, and I give you some big props for that. And for everybody else, well, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe.